What a relaxing place this is. Just me on my own. Here at the. Ah! When did you get here? Orient myself properly. Yeah, you. What are you doing here? I thought I was alone. Nah, I can't keep up the spit. Hello, chat buns. How are all of you? Me? I'm on a beach, as you can see. And the graphics haven't fucked up. And why is my arm doing that? I don't know. Hello, Taco. Hello, Nat. Hello, Ohio Shogun. And hello, Ivy. How are all of you doing? I have no fucking energy. Ooh, beach yesterday. Today, I have found a beach. We're here on the beach. The beachy things, beachy times. Times on the beach. Your wrist hurt, but okay, don't hurt your wrist too much. I know that's a problem with. Okay, you want the fucking moi, do you? Fucking moi. Mwah. And the head pat. Technically, that was first. Yeah. Take the recording screen on the. Yeah, I've just had just one of those days, one of those, especially Mondays, very easy for it to happen. Where it's like you just don't have any fucking spoons, and I'm like, I have not been able to get shit done today. I was like, oh, I didn't get shit done yesterday either, which also sucks. But today was like especially not getting shit done. I was like, oh. To the point of like, I couldn't even be bothered to like make any kind of food despite having food available, so I went down to the corner shop and bought a pack of Snickers and a Huel. And it's like the most depressing meal you could have. That isn't like actual, without being like an actual poverty. Less active Monday today, and that's saying something given my usual kind of day. Yeah, I know it's not good, but like it's a weird kind of thing, right? You'd think leaving the house would be more effort than like heating up some leftovers. But heating up leftovers means I have to do washing up. Yeah, girl dinner have something. Usually I prefer to, and I'm like, I could buy like something that arguably consists more of a meal, but like I feel like I resort to the horrible slop known as Huel because it is available and it claims to be nutritionally balanced. So I'm like, ooh, I'm at least putting something in my body that is. Oh, you wouldn't have need peanut allergies? Oh no! I'm sorry, there's definitely bits of peanut still stuck on my teeth. I hope you're okay. Ah. But yeah, it's just like, maybe I'll feel better if I have something that at least it claims to be full of all the stuff you need to survive at the very least, even if it has the taste and texture of slime. And not the fun slime, just like, it is just actual slop. That's all Huel is. It's actual goddamn fucking slop. I tell you what. But I'll live. As I said, the Snickers were there, so I actually had something with some fucking flavour to it. But yeah, we're a lovely beach. Why don't you come a little closer? Onto this camera. There we go. The camera that looks at me, so now I can be all up close and stuff. Yeah. Is he going to buy discount sandwich at Tesco Express mid-afternoon? The way better. Tesco's further away, though. Is the problem. I'd have to walk further to get to Tesco's rather than to the corner shop right next to me. That's the problem. What's a Tesco? Tesco is the most universal supermarket chain in the UK. You can find a Tesco fucking anywhere. And they are well known for their cheap meal deals, even if they're not known for good quality. I'm spoiled because self-documenting. Good, well, good for you. You have enjoy yourself. As I said, this is entirely like this isn't like struggle life. I'm not like it's just like vague depression and my own choices led to this position anyway. Because I stayed up too late and then didn't take care of myself in the mornings. I didn't go outside when it was sunny. Mr. Yep. Beach. You can see me. And that's a different. Oh god, now the camera's fucked. I don't know how to fix this other than there. We're not looking at the sea for a bit. This is the curse of 1 billion. Like, hi, the particles. Yeah, for some reason, the camera sometimes. I don't know how to fix it other than just letting it fix itself. It seems to come on and off. Where the shine of the water, and I don't know how. It's like if I could, I would just have the camera not capture the shine of the water, but then it wouldn't look nice. And then also, I don't know how to do that, so we're just stuck with it. And hopefully, it isn't going to be too much of a pain because it's only sometimes it happens. It's only sometimes. But yeah, I've just been tired. I'm balancing on one leg. You can't see, but I'm balancing on one leg to kind of like keep my body stretched out. High effort Toonami bumper vibes. So, like, I could put on some filters. But I don't think they're particularly good. I can put on the hypno filter. More. Oh, no, whatever. I can't get an appropriate facial perspection, but oh, wait, I've just done. I know a blueprint filter. What's up? Oh wow, that's blue. Not that many. Not that many filters available. Enchanting enough already, but probably without that filter. maybe. Stand up here so you can see a bit more of me. Yeah, just tired, but otherwise okay. Just once I get over this hump of tiredness, hopefully I'll be able to like do shit that moves. Yeah, just leave it on the entire time. Not sure about that. Hang on, what does the glitch filter do there? So hang on, I need to fix. This is chatbot maintenance. Yes, well, there. There, haha. That's gonna go hard in like. I'm gonna do that again in about sometime beyond 3 months. Now, attention because I was gonna. You can't. Only one person in chat's going to know what I'm talking about, but in at least 3 months, but definitely more than that. That kind of stuff's going to go hard. Oh, wow, if they lean over, you can see the. Maybe if I do the fixed camera angle there, right? If I sit on this, is it going to fix itself? Because we don't have the. As long as we have the beach in shot. Camera. Hang on. If I turn the world off. Okay, I just have to turn the world off and turn it back on again. Just stand in the power of. So if we go to. Because it seems to happen when the things are. So if I stand with. So that I still have the water behind me, so that it's like the sun reflection the camera doesn't like. I've had that kind of before, and I said I don't know how to fix it. Hmm. So autofocus is apparently for autofocus. Is that autofocus even doing anything? No, not really. I will blow up this VRChat in 5 minutes. Oh! It doesn't work because the thing's not the. Yeah, no, it's working fine, so it doesn't work. Damn. What was I saying? Well, anyway, yeah, low energy, but hopefully the bright light these. The sensor lighting, and it's also true. But yeah, yeah, we got. I've just got fucking shit to do. Some stuff exciting, some stuff boring. But nothing that I can really say right now because I don't want to promise anything. The mysterious chest height steam cloud. True. Yeah, the light beams or the steam cloud. All of these things. And more. All of the overzealous shadows. Extremely overzealous screen vignetting is another one. Noises. Just a pair of the censorship chat buttons. I think I have used that when I used like a not safe for art that was slightly not safe for work for the schedule art. Back when I didn't have enough schedule art to use as schedule art. It's the chat buttons, It's the word blood I see. The chat buttons. It's you. You are the chat buttons. That is the obligatory VTuber chat mascot. Your little round robot friends. Because round mascots are the best mascots. It's just universal truth. Yes, this is a Steam Deck and/or Cube. Yeah, the fucking Steam, the Steam hardware stuff's gonna be nice. That'll be good to have around. Is that I really want the controller. That's gonna be fun. Controller's gonna be fun. Even if it's companion censorship cube. You can get a companion cube case for the Steam machine, the Gabe Cube. But yeah, I like as someone who's gone through like so many controllers and had various issues. Like whenever I bought a wired controller, the wire would give out. It's like specifically not even like just the wire you can replace it. It's something with a detachable cable. The actual USB port on the controller would give out, and so it's like, that's way more effort to replace than anything else. So that's a pain. That was always a pain. So I kind of wanted to try using wireless controllers because those had worked out. But wireless controllers, the only but I didn't want to like shell out too much, and like the best ones to get would be an 8-bit DOE, and that has D-pad problems, which is usually not that big a deal, but a very big deal if you want to play like stuff like Castlevania or whatever. So the Steam controller, the new Steam controller, does look very good. It's got everyone saying that it's because it should just have all the same bits as the Steam Deck. And what I heard is like whilst the first like generation of Steam Decks didn't have me getting a new pair of Joy-Cons for my Switch. I know you'll betray me, but eventually becoming unable to buy ideas, but I'm sure we can be in threads until then. Oh, yeah, I haven't touched my Switch in ages. But yeah, I'm doing fun because like people say that the Steam Deck control is very nice once they started making good D-pads for them. Apparently, at first they had bad D-pads, but then they made good D-pads. Amazing. But obviously, it was only on the Steam Deck itself. But now they have the Steam controller, which is basically the same controls but just as a controller. And you get the little touchpads, which are apparently very good. People say those are the touchpads on the little touchpad buttons on the Steam Deck are very good. So it'll probably be an expensive controller, but I think hopefully it'll be a controller that is like lasts a very long time. So it'll probably be worth it. And it's one of the ones where it's like it's optionally wireless with a little dongle, but not a fucking dock. Like I thought, I got a controller with a dock, and I thought, oh, that'd be good. And the dock takes up way too much fucking space, and is really awkward to like actually. It's a dock designed to hold the controller nicely rather than be practical. Seems to be like the main design people make, but so Steam was like, nah, you just got a little brick, and you just pop it on there, and it's got magnets, so you can use it wide as well. Whilst not actually like plug it, you can like plug it directly in, but I think you can just like play it whilst it's still on the dongle thing. They called it the puck. Then one person from Valve said we internally called it the chongle, so I'll probably call it the chongle. Yeah, it's like rather than having like a cradle style dock, it's just like a small little puck with magnets on it to clip the controller to, rather than trying to sit it in a little cradle thing. I bought a pair of cradles for the PSVR 2 controllers because otherwise they don't have like easy charging. They have like a pair of USB ports at the bottom. I thought it would be easier. It is probably easier than constantly plugging them back in to a USB-C cable every time I needed to charge them. But it's still like they're very awkwardly shaped. But I hear like there are worse other like docks for VR controllers are much worse. Like the Quest stuff is quite nice, and like that's another thing is like it'd be good to have like a VR headset in the kind of like. Whilst I'm not interested because I'm happy with my PSVR 2 headset. I probably won't bother upgrading from this. I just need to get the I might need to buy some fucking new set of comfort pads. Yeah, I use PSVR 2 with the adapter and all that. It's a bit more of a technical setup to get it working on PC, but it works really, really well. And like other headsets are gonna have like higher resolution. I think even the Steam Mask or whatever it's called is got a higher resolution than the PSVR 2. But like you can get the PSVR 2 relatively cheap used nowadays. So it's still a pretty good, probably much cheaper than the Steam VR 2 for Steam Mask, whatever. Because that'll probably be like about the same price as like a Quest 3 or whatever. Because that seems to be the market they're going for. That's for the kind of like, okay, you just have a headset that you can just like pop on, grab the controllers, and you're ready to go, rather than having to faff with actually setting anything up. Because it's got like it's running standalone stuff and all that jazz. Yeah, it might be a bit more expensive, but I think they obviously want to compete with that kind of market, like the kind of like standalone wireless headsets, and those are usually like with the ones that have the same kind of specs as the Steam ones listed specs are usually not that expensive, but they're still like about $500 or so. So it's not going to be cheap. But then VR stuff never is. But yeah, well, it's kind of a shame that they are discontinuing the index as well. But I thought they'd keep that as like the fancy high end, but I guess it's not really that high end anymore. The screen resolution, like the screen resolution isn't as high, so it's really just all it's really got going for it is having nice tracking from having base stations and the better stuff. There's probably like better value stuff if you want base station based tracking kind of stuff. I wonder if they'll still sell the base stations even if they aren't making the headsets anymore. Because I know the big screen beyond, which is like the really small but really high quality VR headset, is uses Valve's base stations. So I wonder if they'll still like just make the base stations and maybe the controllers as well. Because you can effectively, if you're using base station tracking, you don't need any tracking based on the headset connection at all. So you can use headsets and trackers independently. But obviously, if you're just using what is effectively a standalone set like the Steam Mask or the PSVR 2 or all the meta stuff, you do have to have the proper controllers for it because they are only made to because the headset is doing part of the control tracking for you. I think the Steam VR 2 one isn't actually doing that much. I think the controllers are doing a lot themselves, but I think the controllers do have some camera-based tracking. I've never. And wouldn't you need to set everything else back up with a new headset? Not technically. Anything that works with like a lot of stuff just works with Steam VR. Like you might need to install a new program and do things, but like setting up a new VR headset isn't actually that difficult these days because one of the big things is they have the is since a lot of VR headsets use camera-based tracking, which is that they have IR cameras in the front and they use the motion of the IR cameras to detect to give an accurate movement of the headset itself. So you need to you can just like be like, okay, set it up, stand in position, make your play area a certain circle around me, put the controller on the floor to get the right floor height, and you're good to go. That's how the PSVR 2 works. It's very simple. Like there's a bit of like there's like any piece of hardware, you've got a bit. You'll have a bit of like firmware drivers set up, whatever. So that was kind of the problem with the PSVR 2 is that I had to get is you need to have properly working Bluetooth drivers because it's using Bluetooth, not Bluetooth from the headset itself. It's using Bluetooth through the through whatever Bluetooth adapter you have, and since it's not a specific like PlayStation Bluetooth adapter, you can have some compatibility issues there. But they have like a list of suggested Bluetooth dongles, and I'm using one of them, and it works. For a while, it worked kind of iffily, but now I haven't had any trouble in a while. So I wonder if there's been like an update or whatever, or maybe like there's some kind of learning in the software, and it kind of like picks things up as it goes along. I don't know. So it adapts. Maybe I don't know. Maybe actual machine learning stuff. Could have been some random interference. True. That's no problem with like a lot of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi related stuff. It's just like, oh, there's just a lot of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi in your area. Shit's getting interfered. And Bluetooth dongles are blow up too, yeah. I said my only advice is if you do get a headset that like controls that rely on a Bluetooth dongle or a headset that relies on a Bluetooth dongle on your PC, make sure to not plug the Bluetooth dongle in the back of the PC, because then that's where all the interference will be. It's best to get a USB extension cable and like put it somewhere on your desk.
Fucking A.
Ah! That's fucking 10 gift subs. Thank you, Nat. Whoa, 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 whoa! Woo! Crazy. You're crazy. You're insane. I can't even change. The random gifter, Nat. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very, very generous of you. Oh. Creative Jersey possessed before. I was like, I'm not gonna complain. uh, Hope everyone enjoys lovely emotes, especially the roly buns. Love my roly buns. I love those emotes so much. I'm so glad I got those and all those lovely colors. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so yeah, it'd be nice to have like another access into VR that isn't either, hey, do you have access to like acceptable used electronic sales places? Or do you want to buy some shit that's owned by Facebook that might get ruined and you might have to install custom firmware on so it's no longer ruined? So that'll be good. Yeah. Love to see those buttons rolling. Yeah. Is it like... because I imagine... So yeah, the Steam... Well, the thing is, probably is going to be a while until like the Steam visor... I can't remember the name. Steam plate mask visor, whatever the fuck it's called, is like cheaper on the used market, because I'd imagine it'd be quite... as headsets go, it'll be quite popular. And then it'll have, like, retain a lot of its value on resale. It's also interesting wondering where the the Steam machine, the Gabe Cube, will land. So obviously, if it's affordable, that would be nice. But obviously, I don't really need it. I think I heard a crack. No, you didn't. Shut up. You heard nothing. Nothing at all. That was a click, but it sounded more like a crack in my own voice. I don't know how that came through on the headset microphone. I have never had a back problem. One of the things I'm supposed to be doing isn't going to talk to a doctor about back problems at all. Never! Never! I am working on it. It's just a matter of like doing daily stretches and not sitting down as much. I found the power of just like fucking sitting in bed rather than sitting in my chair and watching a stream, is sitting in bed with VR headset on and then having it in the Steam theater mode up on the big screen, and I get to just watch a stream, just like chilling out. That's why I need to get because the replacement like pads I bought for the gym would probably help, but I'm lazy. Yeah, what I need is I need to buy another fucking set of replacement pads, which is very annoying because the front replacement pads from the one I bought work fine. It's the back ones that are the problem. In this case, it's mostly just like I would like to sit and watch a stream for a bit, but I don't want to be sitting in my chair, because if I sit in my chair, I'm going to lean forwards and scrunch up and sit in round places, where if I'm lying on bed, at least my back's straight. Or mostly straight, and I'm comfortable, and I can like stretch around more easier because you're lying down. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you're shrimping around. But yeah, I need to get because now I've got the custom front pad for the PSVR 2 and the default stock back one. The only time I'll ever do anything, say true. I've got the default back pad, and there's no point to attach the top head strap to distribute the weight anymore. There's no the back pad isn't that comfortable at all. So it's like, I spent a lot of money on a fancy pad replacement, but part of it was actually kind of bad because my head is too large, basically. The problem with the replacement pad is the back replacement pad is got like this big cup bit that clips onto where the pad goes on the back of the PlayStation pad. It takes up a lot more space, and especially when I tilt my head back, the base of the like extra padding digs into my neck, and usually not a problem. But I don't know if you know this, but in some games you're required to crouch, and when you're crouching, you have to bend to look up. You need to bend your neck up. That happens surprisingly a lot in Beat Saber. Beat Saber has things you have to crouch under, and every time I do that, I go ah! Because the thing digs his waist. Yeah, I skipped so many fucking PE and sports classes at school. So that explains why I'm a fucking wreck. What I used to do that was really good for exercise was LARPing, actually. LARPing was great. But then I left university and there was no place to LARP anymore, and all the people who organised all the LARP events left the university I was going to, and so there was no more LARP scene in the local area. And so I can no longer hit people with foam swords and run about in imitation plate mail, which is still heavy. Imitation plate mail is really heavy, just, not as heavy as the real stuff, which is incredibly heavy. So, like, imitation plate mail is like, this is heavy, but an unfit nerd can run about in it, whilst I could definitely not run about. Yeah, I was one of the most. I did very few LARPs. Some of them were more story based than others, but I always mostly enjoyed the ones where I could be heavy combat because I just loved hitting people with foam swords. Was the LARP dispenser in molecular? Oh, nice. But I was the give me. I've still got my LARP swords in my flat. They sit at the foot of my bed. Well, is that I'd have to find a kendo place near me, Corey. That's the problem. These don't hit too. Exactly. I know how to hold my swings. I know I didn't do all that LARP fighting just to do improper etiquette and smack people so hard it actually left bruises. No, I was proper. I knew how to do the proper swings where you go, but with a bigger sword, which you could do with a LARP sword because they weren't that heavy. I do have, like, I am sad my LARP swords have got undies because they were nice looking ones. Because over here, I don't know, Americans might not know, but over here we don't have to have, like, brightly coloured, ridiculous looking LARP weapons. We could just have them, like, look like rather thick and chunky, but still look like actual swords. Though obviously any close inspection reveals that they are made of foam and rubber. There's also just human. Yeah. There are options. But it is just. It's just a matter of, like, that's part of the things to be worked on. Oh, once I have spoons again, which is, meeting people out in the world, not through the internet. I have lots of lovely friends online, but I need to leave my flat sometimes, and not just through VR. VR is nice, but unfortunately, the physical body requires things like fresh air and sunlight. I know some fencing look fences. Yeah, fencing also seems fun. I did try a little bit of fencing before, but I just never got crazes. Yeah, that's the problem. It's hard. It's so hard to hang out with people. It's hard to hang out with other people as a neurodivergent queer person in the UK. I mean, it's probably very hard to hang out with other people as a neurodivergent queer person in America as well. So, or most places, really. I want to go to the casino. Yeah, everyone just loves. Oh my god, I'm fans are in the freaking Narnia or some doohickey to paraphrase it. Easier in Canada. Oh, Shogun wants a headband. Yeah, so I would love to do some kind of fencing or HEMA or whatever, or LARP again. But yeah, I need to. I just need to find people to hang out with. I need to go out there and find these things, and I know they exist. I've looked around and gone, "Oh, that looks nice," and then never actually followed up on it, and then lost all information about it. Whatever. What is odd request? What odd request? Did I say something odd? Can I look at the sun and do a speech? Maybe later. Oh, there's the sun. Fuck you, sun! I hit something. What did I hit? I hit my drawing rack. Got a low support that needs and social. Low support needs. I suppose I have a hard time hanging out with people that just. This is the constant unknown feeling all gonna be annoying. Yeah, that's autism, baby. Mr. Tucker, that's just being neurodivergent. That never go. You can't stop that. That's anxiety and autism together in the terrible soup. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to look at like actual proper neurodivergent spaces, because then there'll actually be actual people that understand. But still, it's hard. And then I go to them, and then it's like, I don't know. If they would say, right, yeah, it's like, it's all hard and difficult, but we gotta try. We gotta do things. It's just how it's gotta be. But right now we're on a beach. You gotta embrace being exactly. It works. I was very annoying to Wisely. I'm not going to continue that thought. What's time is that? Because I'm always like, oh, I feel like I've been talking for hours, and it's only been like. Seeing this chat and online, we can all be the yapper. And you're annoyed. That's exactly. You just have to annoy people until you find people that aren't annoyed by you. Because in fact, chances are most people won't actually be annoyed by you and will actually be quite happy with you. Mentioning Northern Lion brings me into the another funny topic, which is that he has been dethroned for terrible pronunciations of Uma Musume by fucking Jeff Keighley. Sorry to pay attention to the Game Awards, but this is very funny. Need to be for work mostly because people are stupid when traveling. Yeah. Oh, Jeff Keighley, you fucking soulless husk of a sellout, calling it Uma Musame. Where's that A come from, Jeff? You did the first A. Where'd the second A come from? Sounds really annoying by people who are You should say something, right? Yeah, exactly. That's why I have no problems with you. You can have one Jeffrey as Billy. Last year's beautiful. Apparently this year we can have Uma Masamu. No. Yeah, it's like Uma Masamu. I was like, there's no fucking scissors, swords. That's the swords, horses. Yeah, another sword. I like. I mean, there's quite a few ways to get me mad, but I think by the fact that you're. The fact that you're, like, afraid to do it probably means there's not much you could say that would actually make me mad. But don't, like, actually, like, test that by being trying to do something will make me angry, because I don't take that as I don't mean about you specifically. Oh yes, you did, but like then you, as long as like you say you're sorry, you understand why you did it wrong. Because I've almost forgotten. I've literally forgotten whatever it is you did. So as long as you like people like apologize and were like, okay, sorry, that was my bad, then that's fine. If Keely here, and this year I'm happy to give Kingdom Hearts fans everything they were waiting for. Kingdom Hearts! Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's okay to. It's like if you annoy someone, it's not the. If you like anger someone, it's not always the end of the world. People, as long as you like understand why you've angered them, understand the position, and respect why they're angry, then usually they'll forgive you and forget it happened, and you can move on just fine. Unless you like do it constantly, but you don't do it constantly because you're learned. You're a smart yeti. Someone needs a kiss. Mwah. Oh. It's done this again. Also actually turned off all the sailing. You've entered into the aura is back. In the next episode of Eyeball Z, I will obliterate the world. Behold. Can I stand on the water like Jesus? No. I cannot stand on the water like Jesus. All has become synthwaves. Because I don't... Unless I can find... When I looked around, I don't know where the controls for this world are, but I'm pretty sure there isn't a control to make the water solid. The water is actually, like... The water is water. You can walk in it. You can go through the water. You cannot walk on the water. Unless there is a switch somewhere to put collision on the water. But anyway, if I was going to do something like that, I'd wait until the end of the stream anyway. You have different VRs is that I could have the problem with with doing different VR outfits is I need to basically re-upload a whole new model. Where it's like similar to stuff, I have to redo everything for each individual model, and whilst that's not usually too bad, anything I have attempted to try with like my jacket outfit or whatever has not worked. Something's fucked up with my ability to upload models to VRChat. It's like there's sometimes problems, and like especially the thing with doing it again because I'm uploading it via an automated process, via an automated plugin system. It doesn't optimize well because its main priority is making sure your model is as is, and I don't know how to tweak the settings to optimize it any better. I'm not experienced enough to tweak the settings to optimize it any better. And by default, Vroid models aren't very optimized, especially the hair. My big hair is a big problem. It's very nice. I love my big hair. My big hair is very good, but it does have problems. As you can see, the physics on these bits go a bit funny as well, but it does work out. So yeah, like, so I don't know if I'll ever get the jackets working, just because the jacket adds so much, just like so many more polygons and bits and stuff. Then I might not be able to do it. I might be able to get the jumper working, and there's another and other bits. You be so cheap ever go to a pink limit? Yeah. I think you said this last week. As a very, very good. I didn't hear about the Pokemon professor I see. Very interesting. But yeah, I might have stuff in the future. Yeah, big lemonade moths, cool. They're very pretty. What's my brain doing? What's my brain doing? Where am I going? Where are my thoughts going? Yeah, you don't have to say. Sometimes you just be like, I would like a model for use in hanging out with friends in VRChat, or you can just, as said, you can like rather than like going at it scratch if you want to do stuff in VRChat, you can just like you can just do it as a hobby. Still time for Santa, right? Like I said, I would have to. I'll tell you now. There's the closest you're getting is still the fucking like I've got my winter outfit. That's the sweater, which I'll probably try and get working for VRChat by December. That is effectively the Christmas winter outfit. But yeah, you can just do Vroid models for just hanging out in VRChat. Or as I said, you can get like just the actually properly made for VRChat models that are very customizable. I know a lot of people who do that, and then there's a bunch of stuff, bunch of very smart people that just like you do have to do some Unity faft. Albino Buddy Girl Palette Redeem. I don't know if I'll like the fuck having the Gyaru redeem is a pain in the arse enough. So I don't think you should expect any more color variations. Because I'd have to remember every color variation. I have to have it set up. Not only have it set up all through all the triggers for all the different models, but also set up. Also, it'd be a lot of money. Money and time and effort. I'd have to pay Happy Packer for, because she'd be the one to actually make all the color variations. Like I could do like very simple on my own. I could do very simple stuff like recoloring the hair and stuff. But like for proper full outfit and like skin recolorations, I'd have to get like actual artists to do that. I'd have to get this is I know, but I'll like my brain. That's just me. That's just me. I was like, I like to explain. I like to be like, if only. I like to think, but yeah, no. It's a lot of stuff to get done. But yeah, there's free chat models in VRChat. Like they've got a whole bunch of free ones. They're usually like simplified versions of the really fancy custom ones that have like less options but still reasonably customizable. Yeah. It just makes for good topic conversation. It helps people learn things about how all this shit works. And mostly it's like I have to be like, hey, Ave Baka, can you do something? I'll give you money. And she's like, I would love to, but I am extremely busy. A lot of it does involve money because you have to pay artists for their work. Otherwise, you don't get stuff unless you know someone who's like exceedingly generous. But that's very hard, and obviously, like nobody should expect stuff for free from their friends. Yeah, well, they said AI is not fucking paying for shit, apart from the fucking AI license that gets more expensive. Yeah. It's annoying. It's annoying these days because I don't want to go too much about or do it yourself. Yeah, your friend. That's real good. That's real nice. It's always good when like not to say you should not accept free gifts from your friends, but you're also paying her. Excellent. But also you can accept free gifts. I am one of those people who's like, if I'm not gonna ask for shit for free, but if it's offered. But some people are like, even if someone offers you something for free, you should offer to pay for it. But like, I'm like, nah. If someone offers me something for free, I'm taking it. Like, that's just people are like, all these weird social rules. I'm like, fuck you. I'm autistic. I don't know all this shit. It's a gift. They're offering it. I'll have it, and I'm not under any obligation, direct obligation, to give them anything back. And if they say, "Oh, I don't like that you haven't given me anything back," I'll say, "I'm sorry, I didn't have money." And if they say, "Well, I'm not going to give gifts to you anymore," I'll go, "Fair." I usually do get gifts to people because I'm not that bad off these days. Yeah, it's like you shouldn't respect. You should do something because you just like do something for a friend because you like the friend and you want to do something for him. If you're expecting reciprocation as part of a transactional exchange and without like explicitly offering it before you even do the thing, then it's like you're a bit of a jerk. When I was in Japan, no one wanted gifts. What do you mean I can't just be? There's many hot people there. Many more in my freaking non than freaking Narnia. But yeah, like I'll never like try. But obviously, I'd never try and like ask for shit for free. So I'm like, if I need something from an artist or a modelist or especially Happy Bagger, then I will be like, yeah, I need to pay. How much do I have to pay you? Very upfront about that. Yeah, it's the Ambit season, Phantom. You've missed a whole fucking hour of it. So I don't know how much it is. Oh, we had an hour of yapping out on the beach. It's been a bit hot in the sun. So let's go somewhere else. Come on, change the camera. There we go. Nice cool cave. Drip. Check out listen to the drip of this cave. Hang on, I'm going to stand here. We'll be. Yeah. Just zoom you in a bit. Aha! Maybe is it zooming? Yes. Ah. How loud are the drips? By the way, the drips aren't too loud on things. Yo, see this? Ah, never mind. Oh, I see. Can sort that out another time. I found the wishing sprint. Throw in my regular bow and arrows. Oh, goddamn! I didn't bring my regular bow and arrows. Fuck! I can't get the silver arrows now. Fuck! How will I beat Ganondorf now? This is a very. I've lost my train of thought now. Now that I've thought about the fucking Legend of Zelda joke. Well, specifically linked to the past, I don't think any of the others had the wishing well where you threw your stuff into them. Bit of the stuff. Maybe they did it again in a later game, but I only really remember it from Link to the Past. No, my brain's lost its entire train of thought. I'm just looking at the nice water effects now. Please zoom out a little bit so you can see more of the cave. There, that's better. I'll move in a little bit, Chris. Any cave make-out inners in chat? Aww. Don't say anything. Brain, work. Topic to talk about. I don't want to talk about the stupid big thing that's happened, that's gone out today. It's an idea derived due to the lack of lighting. GameCube? Oh, we already talked about all that stuff, Phantom. You missed it. We talked about the GameCube and the Steam visor and the controller and everything. That's all been talked about. You're too late. I guess we haven't talked about how it'll be nice that, like, it'll hopefully be the last, like, push people need to do more, to have more Linux on. It really needs just, like, GameCube autism, my being tired. Well, me being tired was the first thing we talked about. That's how I opened the stream. But yeah, I've just been real. Yeah, I mean, I really need to, like, I've got several people I can ask that I can use to help move all my shit to Linux, so I don't have to deal with Windows anymore. You pass by Tsunami and UK Supermarket. It's true. Part of the headset gasket's poking me in the eye. I need to. There we go. Yeah, many topics have been discussed already within the space of an hour. I don't really have much to say about. Yeah, I know. I need to do Linux nonsense as well, but again, also I am lazy. I need to do a lot of hard drive management and shit. I don't use Linux, but I want to use Linux. Is the thing. I want to get away from Windows. I've got the extended support sign up thing in for Windows 10, so I don't have to worry about security updates at the very least. But don't worry, I didn't pay for it. It was there was a court case. Some guy won a court case, so everyone in the EU and UK gets to have the gets to sign up for the extended Windows 10 support for free. I don't know about anywhere else, but I think you can also just trick Windows into giving it to you for free, regardless. But yeah, like it's everyone's like so many. Even my family, even like my parents are like wanting to start moving off Windows because of how. That's how you know how shit it's gotten. Like my dad's had to put a bunch of his PCs onto Windows 11 for work. And he's just like, it's so bad. It tries to shoehorn its shitty Copilot into everything and tries to not let you actually do anything yourself. And it's just like, holy shit. And it runs badly and it crashes all the time. So even my parents are like, okay, we're looking. Do you find if it's like, well, thankfully my dad's got a very got like a very old friend who's been doing like programming shit for a long time, so he's very. So you'll probably help him do. You think your dog wants to play a ball? Then maybe you should play ball with your dog. Watching streamers instead of playing ball with your dog, crazy. But yeah, fucking Windows is fucking time is limited. I feel like they ain't making games. They ain't making good operating systems. You should be working, but watching you instead. Well, I mean that's just depending on the circumstances of your job. That's just smart use of your time, really. Unless you really do need to be working on a deadline, then maybe you should probably work. I don't know. Be responsible with your VTuber watching. That's all I can say. I don't know how it is. I don't have a actual job. I just work for like an hour every week because my job is deeply not in demand, even though it should be. So long there's a lot of enterprises. Keeping forced to work today is kind of messed up. Employment's a scam. I try to avoid. There's a problem. It's like every. It's time for Aya's general anxiety. Feeling really shit about not having a job, but whenever I look at trying to get a job, I'm like, whoa, this is awful. This is hell. Why would I ever try this? I think I've yapped on about that, and well, that's a bit too much like a real world complaining. And I know it's like you don't mind that, but like I'd rather not. I'd rather not because I did a lot of real world complaining last time. I'm moving closer. I know. I forgot why I was over here. Exactly. But yeah, it's just that whole deal of how all the job market's fucked. You can't fucking apply for anything anyway. So I'll just take my fucking cover. And so as long as like I am thankfully in an okay position because I have all the things, all the benefits shit sorted so that they don't bother me about anything. Because even they're technically supposed to bother me about something, but the benefits department is so underfunded that they can't. Yeah, I've got a bunch of general, like nothing specific, but just like overall crushing experiences with work searching. That's just like I don't want to go back to it. I don't want to do generalized work searching ever again. Oh, retail work. I'm glad I didn't. I dodged that bullet. So like, oh, you gotta do some retail work to survive, and I'm like, but I'm deeply autistic, and no retail place on the planet is going to hire me because I fail all the interviews because I saw it inevitably say some shit that's just not acceptable because I think it's bullshit and it should be bullshit, but you have to say it to get a job. I'm bad at. I'm very lucky to. I'm very lucky. I've got a lot of things people and I have stable benefits, some extra money from a small job, and parents who are kind enough and wealthy enough to back me up when needed. So, and honestly, I'm not too far off making decent money. Like, legitimately, I'm not too far off, like, being able to, like, if this whole streaming thing gets underway. Obviously, I spend a lot of money on it, but it's also like that money is kind of like semi-recreationally spent. It's still things, so it's like it still counts towards the overall money, and it bumps up everything, and it all works out. So if I can just keep up what I'd like, the ideal would be keeping up my happy life of having my real job and this as my main sources of income, and slowly nudge out benefits entirely. But there, anyway, we're getting too trauma dumpy melodrama here. I'm gonna go for a swim. Yep, it's cold. I'm getting out. Oh, oh, oh. That's okay. I pretty much invited it in, so I'm just kind of like changing the topic regardless. It's none of your guys' faults. We brought the topic on. Hang on. No, no, start moving. You want to bring the camera? Oh no, you're going further away, not closer. There we go. You're in the cave with me now. No, there's not that. I'm just trying to change the topic. I didn't fake drown myself. I went for a swim. I didn't even get. It's not even deep enough for me. I'm too fucking tall. I just left because it was cold. It would be really cold here. I guess it depends on the overall sea temperature, but like a wet cave is very cold. What do you do? What should you do? What, Isv? Give you if. Oh, nothing. I'm joking. Okay. Ah! I fell. The camera's. Oh no! The camera's by a step. I have to bring you closer, because otherwise, when I try and reach the camera, I fall off the rock. There. Now you're looking at the proper. Right. Anyway. Mwah! And. There we go. I'm gonna go to this other rock. You can watch me from afar again. We've had our close moment. Oh, 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 oh. Ah. Ah. Oh, 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 oh. It's cold. It's cold in here, but it's refreshing. I want to. Oh, 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 oh. It's. You think I would half-ass this? I wouldn't, mate. You're coming in here with me. Come on, come on. I know it's cold. I know it's cold, but a bit deep for you. Oh, I'm swimming. That's why it's bouncing. Oh well, you. Isn't it refreshing? Oh. The swimming animation. The devices are flotating, yeah. Can I swim? Apparently go down, which I was trying to do to. There we go. Going into water gives you the DA physics. You get splash noises, but no splash effects. Sorry, it's not that fancy a world. It's generally like if I, what is it? If I lean to the sides, it's kind of like walks me up on the rocks. Wow. What was I doing? What was I thinking about? I was just thinking about water now. It's been. I do kind of wish I was less nervous about getting into like. Actually, I'm right about the nervous. I live on an English beach. I should be nervous about going into the water there. It's cold and dark and full of terrors. This, however, is a lovely and clear. Also, the rocks are really fucking hard. You don't got really sandy beaches that often in England. It's mostly just rocks, especially on the south coast. Streamer continues to dox herself. Is knowing her location as I have not fucking been that coy about letting everyone know I live by the sea. Like, everyone knows that I live somewhere on the south of England, on the coast, and that's as close as you're getting. You could make a few guesses. This is how's the fishing scene down there? I do see some people like trying to fish off one of the piers. Another doxing location. There are piers on a British coast. Who would have guessed? But not that great. There's not that many like fish in the area. That's entirely true for me too. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm vague enough with my location that people aren't gonna like dox my exact location. Like, you might narrow it down to a county maybe, but still, I should be reasonably safe. This isn't an invitation to try. Don't fuck, because then I'll just fucking disappear. It's like, no, I literally live like 1 block away from the coast, not even a drive. Like, I can walk less than 5 minutes and I'm at the beach. Oh yeah, we got seagulls for days down here. I've learned that, depending on your location, depends on how someone knows city and what side of the city I live in, because I posted a picture. Yeah, that's why. The reasons. But I think I never post any picture. I will never post any picture on social media about my general area and location. at least link to my V2. But otherwise, I don't really use any stuff on any personal accounts either. I'll just not. No, it's not getting uploaded anywhere. You're not. No one is learning. I have been paranoid enough. I will not give anyone the time of day to ever triangulate my position from any photo. I will not post. I will not even post a funny sign I see when walking about. Kind of hard to private. Well, you could say you don't. You don't have to mention you work at an airport. First of all, Yeti. Also, depends on the country, Yeti. You could live in a country that has. You could be in America. I know you're not in America, but America has lots of airports because it's very big. You can freely post the Big Beaver Road exit. This is. I think the first one will do fine. But yeah, it's like, I don't think you have to be like as insanely paranoid as me, but it is just like I do get shocked about the amount of stuff that people post online. Like some of it is reasonable, but some people are just like, I'm just like, why? Why would you post that? Mm, privacy, so you may have known me years, then you may have known. Also, kind of thing. You should probably laying it a bit too thick in the chat now. I was gonna say, getting a bit too personal. So, but yeah, just be careful about what you post online. I don't think it's mostly it's when it's fucking little kids online posting their TikTok videos, making some funny comment about their funny relative, and then but they have their all fucking state address in there. Then people start sending rude messages to their relative or whatever, and it's just just all kinds of fucked. People don't know, and people aren't like, and then people are like, oh, you don't need to care about all these companies leaking our private data. What's our private data worth anyway? It's like, it's worth a lot. It's worth more than you think. Please be more considerate about what you do with your data and what you agree to online. And always defraud age verification programs. With awareness as the, like, what if everyone saw your eggplant emoji pics? Think before you should. True. I mean, I get people posting thirst traps, whatever, but like, you do have to think about who's the other. But I also think there's also like a bit too much on the other side as well. Like, kind of going back to the job interview side of the things, you should not have to worry about having a completely sanitized social media profile before a place will hire you. Like, that's also insane that you can get, like, basically stalked. You have to allow yourself to be stalked by your potential boss before they hire you. That's just like, oh, that's just fucked as well. Like, it's your personal account. You can post whatever you want. Just make sure it's not stuff that people can use bad things as. That is totally against line. You just like, yeah, I just say I don't use. Well, I mean, I can just say I don't use Facebook. I don't use Twitter. And then I only have to lie if they ask if I have a Blue Sky account or not. But then some places will be like, oh, you don't use social media. That means we can't stalk you. That means we won't hire you because we can't assess your character for some reason. Because like, the customers aren't going to be looking up. Well, I mean, some insane customers might be looking up your social problem. That's their fucking problem. Anyway, enough about work, enough about jobs, work. I don't have to worry about that shit right now. Ugh. It's a small crack in the cave wall that's letting some light through, and it's very pretty. I'm not entirely sure it's an intentional crack or not. It looks a bit weird. It looks a bit glitched out. Oh! No! It's consuming me! Oh, I have to stand up so that I can reset the world again. World is gone. We're currently out of world. World is back. World is restored to normal. I just have to render the world invisible. Sorry. Wow, did that fuck the bitrate up? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that was some level of bitrate dimension. But yeah, I got shit to get done. I think we should get out of this. I think I want to leave this cave. I think I realized. Hang on. Also, when I look away in the VR and the camera's also not looking at something. I don't know. I don't know what triggers the things. These water physics truly have not ceased at all yet. It's just. It's doing a little. What it's doing is it's doing a little. Very awkward swim animation, I guess. Where I'm kind of like pivoting on the point. The hip undulation. Yeah, I'm doing a very. It's just a. Don't mock my method of swimming, guys. I'm very self aware about it. I'm sorry I couldn't do a weird little hip kick. Oh no, it's something breaking. No, I'm sorry, it's just how I swim, guys. It's the only way I know. Have you seen rabbits swimming? Secretly a mermaid I knew all along. I was like, this is probably... If you've seen a rabbit, we'd have to do little short kicks. It's how our legs work. It's just how... I know. Anyway, now I'm really self-conscious about this. Let's go back onto the beach. Fine. We're going outside. We're going out of the cave. Let's dry off in the sunshine. Oh, God! Okay, hang on. Wah! And... Wah! Yeah! I mean, no, there's nothing to be sorry about. It was a funny bit. I was having a laugh. I was having a chuckle. Stop, you gotta stop apologizing! Hang on. We can work as hang on. Probably gonna have to reset the world again, but there is... It's a different locale of beach. Hang on. Less use, yeah. So there'll be less wise. Less use, yeah. The recent use games have been pretty rough. Yeah. Aww. Hang on, I need to bring you. Come on over here. Ignore the mirror switch. We're going over to here. We're going over to this sunny bit of this stream. Your doesn't need to be responsible for words and issues as this. But yeah, I need to. There's still a few like. Oh yeah. We got some. No, you went into the beach. You went into the sand. We got some cool sunset going on. Yeah, there we go. But I should really like go play like the couple of Yeast versions of Yeast I haven't actually played yet, like some of the older versions. Some of the Because the only like bump combat ones I've played are 1 and 2. I need to play the other bump combat ones really, so I can call myself a true Yisa. And even then, it's not like the original versions of 1 or 2. There's so many versions of Ys 1 and 2. Well, specifically, there's so many versions of Ys 1. Such a fake gamer you've ever need. This is sign I'm all the way. So okay, you don't have to Ys to be a gamer, but I am someone who has played a lot of Ys games, so thusly I feel compelled to continue playing more. Yeah, they're all pretty like the early ones are different. The early ones are very fun and very short and very unique. So I would definitely recommend trying like Ys 1 and 2. If you want the easiest version, there's like a remastered copy you can buy on almost any console under the sun or pirate whatever. But yeah, it's a big. It's a big like series, important to me. The first Ys game I actually played, I think, was Ys 7. So I was just looking for fun stuff to play on the PSP, and there was Ys 7. There's a fast-paced action RPG. And I played that. I was like, oh, there's more Ys games. Actually, no, I didn't play on my PSP. I played PSP version, but on my PS Vita because there was like a sale on PSP games. And so I played Ys 7, and then I bought a bunch of other Ys games for very little because they were all on very big sales, and I was like, oh, these games are fun. And then, yes, I played 7, 1 and 2, Open Felghana. What was the... There's another one in the same engine as Oath and Felghana, and I've forgotten it entirely, but isn't Ark of the Nepishtim. Because there was 3 total... Oh, Origins, yeah. Oath of Felghana, Orange, Ark of the Nepishtim... Yeaststormer is a bummer, and that's... Oh... The Ark of the Nepishtim... Oath and Cell Sector, that was alright. That was the Vita one. Not Oath and Cell Sector, Memories of Cell Sector. And then I played like a decent amount of Ys 8 is Lacrimosa of Dana, the one that had the really bad translation. And then I never got around to finishing that. And then I tried the demo of Nordics, was the next time I played a Ys game, and I was like, I don't think these new Ys games are for me. Oh, sad times, Iceby, sad times. But yeah, it's well, speed, but at the very least, there are games keeping the spirit of old Ys alive. Because the cool news today is there is a game that I might be streaming, Evangeline Era, which is a bump combat game very much inspired by Ys, but also with its very own weird twist. It looks very strange and surreal. I played the demo a long time ago now. It was before I was streaming, I'm pretty sure. And it's crazy. It's wild. It's an interesting game, and I look forward to streaming it. It's coming out in I've got a lot of stuff happening at the start of December. Because that should be when... That should be when my my body trackers arrive. I think there's a bunch of like games or stuff coming out in December. I can't remember all of them, but I know Evangeline Era is one of them. I think the Monster Hunter Wilds update's coming out in the start of December as well. There's something. I think there was like a big update to something coming out. Oh, the water. Hi, Nikau. We're kind of winding down. I think I'm running out of things to say. But yeah, a lot of shit happening in December. And I'm like, oh. Sad tales. I have a lot. Most of my tales of friend groups failing to show up and finish a bunch of stuff or maybe due to falling out as easy to do with tabletop RPGs. But yes, finally, hopefully, unless something terrible happens to the Slime VR company, I will have body trackers for by sometime early December. So that'll be fun. That'll be good. Yeah, full body rabbit. I'll be able to see me move my leggies and move my hips and all that jazz. I'll be able to. Counting your days to the AI. You don't have to out yourself in public like that, Isvi. You don't. You could keep these secrets between us. It's only your fault that you choose to reveal them. I say nothing. Like, oh, you got it working. You've got it working recently. If you're nice. Da 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 da. Ah, nice. Nice nut. Sun in the palm of my hand. Oh. Crush the sun. I don't want to do that. Fucking. Being able to. You're gonna eat the sun, Isvi. Well, you know, you're being conjunction of GF is great, yeah. You get loads of stats. Who's your favorite GF junction? Mine is Diabolos. That's just the first Final Fantasy VIII summon that came to my head. Fuck's a junction? You need to play Final Fantasy VIII, Shogun. You need to appreciate a much maligned entry in the series, despite because people are stupid and dumb. Remember this. Okay. Doing city planning with golfers. I mean, yeah, that's argues. You could argue that's some of Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, you don't actually do the city planning part, but you do planning. It's not so much city. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I don't know if I'll do another Final Fantasy on stream. Like, I did Final Fantasy 9 because it's very near and dear to my heart, but that's still so long! Game's so long! You can play SimCity with your girlfriend if you want to do that, if you have a girlfriend. It's a fill a dungeon crawler party. Just make sure your dungeon crawler party doesn't include one person who isn't in the polygon, because that's all. This is going to this might now that you've all overshared a bit. I get to overshare a bit more. But I think I've already probably overshared this previously. But I was once in a fairly large TTRPG campaign. Like, it was one of those ones where everyone was having fun and the DM was feeling very confident, so they invited a bunch of people. But over the course, like 80% of the people, including the DM, were all in the same polycule. And me single and generally considering self-monogamous was just like, okay. And then it got really awkward because one of the ones that sat next to me cheated all the time. And so I was like, I can't. I was like, it was more than 5, Shogun. It was more than 5. Cheated in game, not on the polycule. It's, I should clarify. They were fudging. I would literally see them roll their dice and then tweak it to a better roll. And I was like, I can't Yeah, I understand the need for clarification. That's worse. But yeah, it was just like very, very awkward because it's like can't call them out on this. Who's going to take? Is it going to cause? As lovely as this person was that was cheating, they were also a person who was very prone to emotional outbursts. And I didn't want to cause a scene, so I didn't want them to like. I don't know. I thought they'd hate me or whatever because they were like. It was someone who I had accidentally like made cry before by accidentally triggering a trauma response. Just it was very socially awkward. Mm. And it's like I'm not blaming them for having the trauma response to what I did. Like I did apologize. I was very very sorry. I'm not. It was entirely my fault. I was doing something. I did something silly and reckless to someone I didn't know. So didn't really know all that much about at the time. Yeah, it can be as dealing with people with like lots of trauma and issues is a very very difficult. And people who are able to support those kinds of people are absolute saints. And I think I've like this was a long time, but this was back in my early university years. So like since then, I have definitely grown as a person, and I know I would not do what I did to rant to people I didn't know that well in the future. But obviously, when it came to being like, do I want to cause a scene by calling out this person for fudging their dice rolls? Does it matter that much in an entirely cooperative campaign? And was the Muppet Razor videos? That's a very, very, very impressive title. And then when I tried to be supportive of people online, half of them turned out to be Nazis, so. That's just what happens when you try to be nice to people in Final Fantasy XIV. Apparently they're all in a polyamorous relationship. I didn't fucking know. Honestly, for half the campaign, as an autistic idiot who did with low social graces training, I didn't. I was like, it wasn't until I saw them all cuddling on a couch together that I twigged that they're all in a polycule together. Really, when did that become the default bit from Rick and Morty? But yeah, but yeah, no. There's lots of embarrassing secrets from things from my university that I will not share. Some are more, basically because they're far more. I don't want to like share shit from other people that are lots of involving other people, and it might get too personal details, and if I start rolling on, and other people might start saying stuff that we might end up with a cascade of oversharing. So I think. Oh, what's the time? What's the time? Oh, 15 minutes. I'm trying to go for like a good 2 hour stream. Like, ugh. Mmm. Sorry for don't be as like why is this an I said like I'm not fucking blaming you. I did basically invite it, so it is my fault. So I'm just like turning the topic. I'm using my power as the streamer to direct the chat away, as I use my power as the streamer to direct the chat towards. And I surely shouldn't do this by physically telling. I should probably do this by actually turning around. I look very ominous from the back with my hair, though. Look, I'm just like a big shadow with my massive fucking hair. I'm like a creature. The big shadowy creature. Oh, like a jellyfish. You're the yeah, I'm the Grail shadow, but blue. Oh, I feel like there's been more random discourse about about Fate's Day Night. Reason this there's sun between my ears now. Oh, Shadow Isle though. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. Hmm. Many things to think about. Many things to think about. Oh no, my face is getting too itchy. I'm thirsty and I'm tired and I'm running out of conversation topics. Persona is. I mean, Persona wouldn't be too bad. Kingdom Hearts, Fate's Day Night, yeah. You know. It's the proper ones. Well, one of the things, they're not shadows in Kingdom Hearts, they're heartless. It's heartless and nobodies. That's right, I know Kingdom Hearts. I played two of them. I played 1 and 2. And Birth by Sleep, I played 3 of them. I played Chain of Memories 4. I've played 4 Kingdom Hearts games. But not actually Kingdom Hearts 3. It just seems too much. I'm not that invested. The basic artist is called a shadow, this is true. And then I'd just be a weird little creature. Not something distinct and cool. There's no bunny heartless. Are you really? There's no rabbits? Crazy. Could have sworn there was, but there might have not. It's been a very long time since I played any Kingdom Hearts at all. Of all the wonderful little shapes and forms that they take, no rabbits. Crazy, wild. Oof. Who's ready for Kingdom Hearts 4 to be something? It'll be something. It'll maybe it won't be something. Maybe it will get cancelled and no longer exist. I'm just surprised they're making another one. That's right, Kingdom Hearts. No, they're making Kingdom Hearts 4, but Sora has normal shoes. Fucked up. Like, I'm content with Stranger of Paradise. Yeah, that's the good stuff. I'm not playing Stranger of Paradise. I can't remember if they. I feel like I've picked it up in a sale somewhere and just not gotten around to playing it. I don't know if I actually own it or not. It's a game I should probably play at some point. Yeah, you can play it co-op. You should make me play Stranger of Paradise, Isaac. Amongst all the other games we should play together. Lovely. Lovely blue sky up there. Oh. You have to figure out where you're in. Yeah. This is the same after. I don't know. My headset keeps slipping down. I really need to order a new this. You can play Dragon's Crown PC if that. Oh, I played so much Dragon's Crown, but I never really played with people that often. I tried because I played it on the Vita, and if you try and play it with more than one other person on the Vita, it did not. The frame rate did not agree. But oh, Dragon's Crown, that was good. That was a good fucking video game. I don't know why I did that. I did have a Vita. I have. No, chat. We can't all be so. You probably could, but it might not work out so well because everyone will be trying to summon skeletons, and I don't think you can share corpses. I did have a Vita. I have a Vita. I have my modded Vita that I keep meaning to put more games on, but I still haven't finished Fate Extra CCC. So I'm like, I gotta finish Fate Extra CCC first. Yeah, that was a good little thing. But yeah, if you have one, you can fucking make. Firstly, make sure it doesn't have a spice. It doesn't have a spicy pillow in it. That'll be the first step. Then mod it with custom firmware. It's really easy. And then you can do play all sorts of games on it. What I want to do is put a bunch of emulators on it so that I can play like NES games and shit. That's what I was thinking. I want to at some point just over the year practice Dracula X Chronicles, and I was like, wait, I have a PSP emulator on the Vita because I use it to play Fate Extra CCC. And you probably want to get an SD card adapter so you can use a normal SD card. I still have a reasonably generous Vita memory card. Obviously, it's still like not that much space on it at all. But I haven't put that much stuff on it. I can play Romancing Saga 2 on it, true. Isn't RetroArch kinda shitty? Thought that was the shitty one that you shouldn't be using. Was a 32 gig one? Yeah. So I got like a decent base memory gig size and one of the Vita memory cards. The shitty one, but there might be other options. True. Yeah, you're a bit more limited when running on other consoles and stuff. Because it needs to have the not quite the same conversation. But yeah, I just need to faff around with my Vita more so that I'm not like I said. This is part of the good thing with VR things is like I need to be not sitting at my desk, specifically at my desk chair. Because as good as my desk chair is, I have a very, very good desk chair. It's the IKEA indestructible one I can't remember the name of, but everyone knows it for being indestructible and lasting forever and actually being good for your posture, unlike gamer chairs. But like still sitting in the same kind of chair for most of the day is still not good for you. If I can just like do something that I can play like in my bed or anything. What I really should be doing is reading. I've got books. I can read some books. Some puzzle books. Those are neat. Oof. But yeah, it's all about not being. This is also a good part because I'm standing up, but not being not being not being sitting at my desk. Literacy jump scares. I mean, I haven't read in a while. I really should. The problem is like the last time I was motivated to read was the fucking Lock Tomb series, and then like I got through 2 of the books and was like, I really gotta like read something that isn't fucking young adult targeted. I'm in my 30s. Like these are decent books, but I'm not the target audience here. Same, yeah. They had a lot of hype. People like, oh, and it's like they're good. But it's also like, especially once you get to the 3rd book, no, not the 9th, it's just like, oh, too old and jaded to be reading this. This is too nice. This is Very clearly aimed at, again, young adults, 15 plus lesbians. Basically, the target audience of the Lock Tomb series, which is good. It's good that you have a series as cool as that towards them, but I'm also like, well, it's really not for me. I need to read some real books for real adults, like all those crazy literary classics. I need to get, like, I need to find. What I need is a working e ink reader, and then to put just a bunch of all the fucking, the King in Yellow short stories on it and read through that. So every time I tried to read it once before, and I was like, oh, I've got the fucking. Even Bill's can crush on the heroine of sparkly vampire energies, honestly. Eh. Locktomb isn't sparkly vampires. Locktomb is necromancers. It's lesbian necromancers in space. There are vampires in that series. They haven't shown up as far as I'm read. But there are lichers. And again, they're very cool. It's a very cool setting. But again, it's all a bit too young adult things. But yeah, because I've tried to read the King in Yellow short stories before, but I was only reading them online on some free online directory because they're all free to, and I was like, I can't read books on a monitor. It doesn't work. I'm kneeling down. I'm tired. Oh. My knees are fine. Love Hina. Yeah, I hear Love Hina is good. It's been almost 2 hours. I mean, I've done slightly longer ones, but yeah. I think. Not enough yapping. I'm tired. I've been standing around for 2 hours. I don't know if this is. That's probably not helping with the jizzes. Yeah. What else do you need? A hug redeem? No, they don't. I'm not trusting you with that. See you tomorrow. Silly Polly Beast, everybody.